Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I think I'll do this one. I'm not doing a Connery for a while. Originally was a video nasty, got banned in 40 odd countries, and again, like most of them, a cannibal film. That's right, a cannibal film. I remember reviewing this, it come out in 1980, just like most of them, a banned cycle, a video nasty. That being Eaten Alive. That's right, Eaten Alive. There was two films in, I think right, they were in 1977 called Eaten Alive. It was a Tom Hooper film. And this one in 1980. Further ado, I'll do a Connery on Eaten Alive. So without further ado, let's talk about Eaten Alive. Why not? Why not? So we get this starting here. You've got this little bit here where you've got a waterfall and it shows you different areas. And if I remember rightly, some guy gets shot by a poisonous dart. Lovely. Funny thing is, he's supposed to be some sort of native and he looks more like a Chinese guy who shoots him. Not for me to judge. So it's knowing this to die with a bald head, gets shot by a poisonous dart. Happens worldwide. Then he gets splattered by a bus because he's a fucking dickhead. I know this wasn't that long after the 70s, but I've got to admit, they do wear some fucking dodgy fashion in that era. The funny thing is, it's in New York, and some of this where they filmed it is in the same area where they filmed another video nasty, that being Cannibal Fairlock, which was sort of one there after in 1981. If I do remember rightly, they do get a bit of disco music in it. Dubbing's not the best, but with most of these cannibal films, you go for it for the fucking dubbing. And yeah, he got splattered because he's a fucking dumb fucker. I do like the music, it's very well shot. You do get a well-known actors in it who later appear saying they're in City of the Living Dead. That's right, City of the Living Dead. Very beautiful during that era. It's also appeared in a small role in Red Sonner. Always had beautiful eyes. There she is. I like the fur coats he's wearing. It's like fit in that era. Then got beautiful eyes. I wouldn't say no myself. So there she is, looking sexy, these beautiful eyes, really good looking girl. Well, she's not girl anymore, good looking woman I should say. So she's walking about doing pole sorts. I do get a bit of disco music here, but I'm not going to play it, I'm going to get in trouble for copyright. Goes onto the fucking rest. So you get this disco music anyway. It's funny, like I say, about repeating myself. You got an idea it's near timber, you got a lot of Christmas decorations. And like I say, where they filmed some of this, it's the same place where they filmed Cannibal Fairlock. The funny thing is for this film, I felt at the time they must have been low on budget because they do use a lot of other cannibal footage, what's in other cannibal films, whether it be The Man from Deep River, whether it would be, let me think, Man from Deep River, there's all a bit from The Lost Cannibal World. There's all a lot from other ones. I think even saw one, but I've not reviewed this one in Connery there, and that would be Mountain of the Cannibal Gods. There's all bits of that. But anyway, it's to do with this sexy bird with the nice eyes, and she's looking for a long lost sister. This one's not really a bad film actually, it's more like an adventure film halfway through it. It gets nasty nearly at the end. So let's go to these bobbies to look for a long lost sister. Looking at some bluey, I'm only joking, I'm looking at a film. There's some good bits here where they're looking at bits of different salts and all this. And she meets this guy on the way, which funny enough wasn't Eaten Alive, the 77 one, the one that was done by Tom Hooper. I remember talking that. So she meets this guy anyway, he's been at a few things. And he's talking about a toll. And again, you've got the same guy that appeared in, if I remember right, The Man from Cheap River, and also appeared in The Lost Cannibal World. Been at a lot of films, sad to say he's no longer with us. And I've got to admit, he plays a good villain in this. It's the first time I've seen him play a bad guy, but it's alright, plays this religious, cult, weird, old sort of person. So she meets this guy on the way. And it's sort of like an Indiana Jones sort of Rambo sort of guy. And the funny thing is, same year he appeared in Cannibal on a Horse, the one I did a Connery on, and he appeared in Cannibal Fairlock. He made a small appearance in that. And like I say, it originally was in porn, still was doing porn, but it's kind of sad really, and I'd love to see him do other roles in this. I don't think he does a bad job here. He only plays a different role than what he was in Cannibal on a Horse. He's having an arm wrestle with this guy at the moment, and it's near these knives. And when he has an arm wrestle, he cuts the fucker's hand. So I don't like that. I don't like that. He's trying to look tough and hard. A bit like me, really. So he cuts his fucking hand, this fucking dog. He's a fucking dopey fucker. So you got the bird with the nice eyes. And they do a deal to go to the fucking jungle to find a long lost fucking sister. They get taxed by this fucking guy with a gun. But if I remember rightly, he outsmarts the fucker. Yeah, he outsmarts him here. And again, there's bits here and there. There's only bits of other cannibal films. So there are some bits here. Oh, remember this, he's not the fucker out because he's a fucking dopey fucker. And then the end with these religious people. The thing is, with this movie, there are bits where one day after they use the same music for, remember right there, Cannibal Fairlock. Same fucking music they use in Cannibal Fairlock, they use in this. So, the guy fakes, we're watching the bit here, he fakes that's changed his race. Doesn't matter, it's rigged with cannibals. Before that, they've made this woman, she gets, I'm not going to say what happens to her, but she gets killed by a cannibal, which again was used in the Lost Cannibal World. Not Lost Cannibal World, sorry, Man from Deep River. And there are bits that they used in Cannibal, the Lost World. And they do meet T.T. Lane, who's famous for being in a lot of these cannibal films. So they tried to save the sister, right? And they're doing a one-off. This, by the way, is the uncut one, so word of warning, like most cannibal films, a lot of cruelty to animals. So they're playing with this weirdo. They test up him, right? I remember he gets punished actually because he doesn't think this fucking drug was doping him up because he's a fucking dumb fucker. So, if I remember right, they're running in the jungle. And it started disturbing seeing this being the uncut one, which you never see in this country. Cut to shit. She gets raped by this guy, by the way, the sister, which is a lot more graphic in the uncut one. Then it's that nasty enough to get killed in such a nasty way. If I remember right there. She has her breast cut off, the sister. And T.T. Lane gets cut, and you can definitely see why it's called Eaten Alive. They even kill a die here, which I can't so. Bit graphic, but the scene is the cannibal looks like he's getting off in it and all. He's eating, you can definitely see why the film's called Eaten Alive. There's a bit here where they've got the sister and they cut a breast off, like I said, and they eat a breast. Pretty graphic, really looks realistic. I really love to know how they did the effects in this scene. Definitely looks realistic. So he's cut a breast off and he's eating it, then they cut a bit of T.T. Lane's back and they're eating that, then they're eating a leg. Really is a nasty scene to watch. Definitely is graphic. And then they kill them both and eat after they've eaten them alive. That bit of doing it was graphic, it was very hard to watch, but like I say, in this country, cut to shit. Very nasty scene. So I'm glad I've got the sound on mute because it's pretty disturbing. So I do admit there are some nasty bits in it. But it's kind of funny because they all dope themselves up to these elitist soul and they kill themselves. And you got the idea the leader gets away. But it ends right, and they're in the hospital and the sister says, oh, I'm not going to keep it a secret about my sister's death. And then they're all happy after what sister's seen and what they've been through. You want to see it done better, what's Cannibal Fairlock and what the girl goes through in that is a lot more horrific. And at the end, you can tell she's never going to be the same person ever again. She's totally fucked up inside. In this, they're all laughing their asses off at the end of this film. But there are bits, like I said, there's all bits from other cannibal films, whether it would be The Mountain of the Cannibal Gods, The Lost Cannibal World, and Man from Deep River. It's not a bad one. I do like the music in it. You got this really 70s beat, that sort of music. Which granted, it did come out in 1980. The acting's not bad. Dubbing's a bit shit. But if you like cannibal films, just don't have one of your time. Like I said, the ending near the end when the sister and T.T. Lane get killed, it's pretty graphic and pretty vicious. Other than that, though, it's your apart from if you get past the door in it and some of the jewellery and some of the animal cruelty, not a bad film really. It's more of a jungle adventure film. We didn't really get more nasty into when you get, like I say, with the same there in Cannibal Holocaust and one there after Cannibal Fairlot. And most of the cannibal films after that did get a bit more in your face. But yeah, that's Eating Alive. I did a Connery Ray watching it. There are bits were a bit there, which are sticked. A lot of cruelty to animals, which was later was lifted in other cannibal films. But that is Eating Alive. And I'm going to go down and get something to eat. See you later.